At 16 years old, George Russell's Formula One dream almost ended before it had even started. His family had run out of money to keep funding his racing, and George did not have a backup plan. So, in desperation, he sent one email to Mercedes F1 boss Toto Wolff, and this is how that email changed his life in episode 12 of How They Got Here. You see, George Russell's childhood was very lonely. While most kids spent the weekends on birthdays or with friends, George was racing on karting tracks. But finally, the sacrifice was working. You see, at the age of 11, he won his first major karting championship, and by 2013, he was already a European junior karting champion. But the next phase of his career would suddenly go downhill because of this one truth. And if you're liking the video so far, hit that follow button. After just 1 year in Formula 4, his parents had to finally tell him the truth. They had nothing left. Years of karting and racing had completely drained their resources, and they could no longer keep funding his racing career. So, at the age of 16, if George wanted to keep climbing towards his dream of Formula 1, he would have to find his own way, and this is how he did it. You see, George's manager managed to get Toto Wolff's email address. But the idea of emailing the Mercedes F1 boss was a long shot, because George wasn't a Formula 1 prodigy yet. He wasn't in Formula 2. He wasn't even fighting for championships at the world stage. He was just a 16-year-old Formula 4 champion who needed someone to believe in him. But when George sent that email to Toto, what was inside was something nobody expected. Instead of sending a polished CV or pretending to be bigger than he was, George kept it simple. He told Toto the truth by saying, "I raced in Formula 4 and I've won the championship this season. I'd love to sit down with you to have your advice for my future career." The crazy thing was that Toto replied within 15 minutes, and he asked George to come to the Mercedes headquarters in January of 2015. But when the day finally came and George walked into that room, there was one problem. Mercedes didn't have a junior driver program yet, but the timing could not have been better. They had just hired someone to build that academy structure, and George was at the right place at the right time. This is when Mercedes signed him, and for the next 2 years, George Russell was their only academy driver. That one email became the move that kept George Russell's Formula 1 dream alive. But do you think that George would win the World Championship this season against another Mercedes prodigy, Kimi Antonelli?